But okay, so Video Game Show episode 260. Push your start buttons, and
Started.
we have Phil.
Go.
Say hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Say hi, Ivan.
Hi.
So, what do you got besides Skyrim? Go. What are you watching?
It's not me.
I know, it's Ivan.
Yeah, it's me. Sorry. Not watching anything.
But you were?
No.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't watching anything.
What was playing in the background?
The members of the Thieves Guild were conversing among themselves.
So, okay, besides Skyrim, what do we got going on?
Yep.
Okay, so big news of the week was what Zynga went public this week, their stock trade or whatever.
Who?
Zynga. I guess they're the company that makes like all the Facebook and Words with Friends and Mafia Awards and games like that. I guess they're trading on the New York Stock Exchange now. And I'm just wondering why that's such a big deal, considering I can't see that company making too much money making a product that's free.
Advertisement.
Advertisement, yeah, they make tons of money.
Google doesn't sell anything either.
Not true. They have their business stuff, which some companies use.
Oh, yeah, which they probably make about $48 a year on.
True, it probably isn't that much, though. But yeah, Zynga. They're public now.
Hooray!
Yeah, I just didn't understand why everyone was making such a big deal that, you know, they opened it, $10 a share, and then they dropped 50 cents a share, and...
So what are they worth now?
I don't know. According to this, at the end of the week, I think they were at $9.50.
So they're about even. In fact, they probably lost a little.
They did.
Huh. Well, not good for them.
Although, on the iPhone and iPad, don't they have a non-free version for like 99 cents or whatever of Words with Friends or something without the advertisement and stuff?
It's more than that. It's usually like $2.99.
Really?
Ivan? Chime in. Stop playing Skyrim.
I'm not playing Skyrim. I'm listening, and I have no idea how much it costs. I could look if you really care that much. Jesus.
Just ask me a question. Thought you knew the answer.
I do not. I don't know, because when I look it up and...
You have it installed.
it says installed.
And I have it installed too.
$2.99.
So $2.99. So yeah, not cheap.
Nah, I'm not sure if I'd be willing to pay $3 just to avoid clicking continue when an ad pops up.
It gets cheaper every once in a while. It's been 99 cents.
Yeah, just wait for a sale.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, okay. Zynga. What else you got, Phil? Hit us. Keep going.
Just trying to find some good games on the iPad lately, since 'tis the season for sales.
What's wrong there, Ivan?
Nothing. I hit my knee on the table, so I said because it hurt.
Understandable.
But I tried not to say it too loud, so as to interrupt. But clearly, that didn't work.
Yeah, that kind of failed there. Okay, so what else we got? Tell me we got something.
I got nothing, dude. I've been playing Skyrim. That's all I've been doing. Of course, I think I'm done, so I'm gonna have to find something else to do.
He finally finished it all?
There's nothing left for me to do.
240 hours in?
Yeah.
240 hours in.
Yeah, this past week I went around and I became Thane of all 9 provinces or whatever the hell it is. And I have a house in every city now. I've got the last thing for me to do is finish the Thieves Guild stuff, which I can't do because apparently I lost the head of the Thieves Guild. I can't find him anywhere. I'm supposed to talk to him, and he's supposed to make me head of the Thieves Guild. And that's supposed to finish that off and give me the achievement, but I don't know where he is. He disappeared.
Is that a common occurrence for something like that to happen? An NPC that you need to talk to?
Beats me. Hasn't happened to me before.
Do they typically stay within an area, or could they just possibly vanish?
They're usually hanging out in the same place all the time. And he's not hanging out there, so I don't know where he went.
Did you kill him?
I didn't know. As a matter of fact, I looked him up and read some information about him, and it said, this is one of the few NPCs that not only cannot be killed, they cannot be wounded and or something. It is not possible to kill this NPC, it said. So that's the first thing I thought of, was maybe I was doing something stupid and I killed him, but apparently it's not even possible to kill him. Because once I do that, then all I have to do is find like 1 or 2 more artifacts, and I'll have completed all the achievements as well.
And how many hours did you play Oblivion?
It was over 250. The last time I had checked, at one point I checked to see how long it was, and it was like 251 hours, and then I played it for a little bit more than that, so slightly more than 250. So I've actually played Skyrim less. Of course, that was with all 6 or so DLC things they had.
Of course. So you haven't gotten any DLC yet for Skyrim.
Yeah, so I'm at 240, I think, hours on Skyrim, but there hasn't been any DLC yet.
So what are you going to do now until the DLC comes out? You can play Dungeon Defenders.
I could. I haven't even started that one yet. I don't know.
I mean, you can spend another 20 hours looking for your whatever it is, the thief.
Well, luckily, there's been a couple of times where I'm glad I played on the PC because I can use the console commands. One of them was you have to collect 24 of these little gems and then get the... Hold on, I'll tell you what it's called. The Crown of Baronziah. And you put all 24 of these gems in the crown, and these gems are literally everywhere. Some of them are in dungeons, some of them are in quest lines, some of them are in the king's bedrooms of each town. Well, one of them is in this castle, second floor of this castle that you get to from while you're doing the main quest. And the only time that you can do it is when you're on this main quest, because otherwise there's no other way into this castle. Because the front door is locked, and it says locked requires key. Not like locked, you can pick the lock, lock requires key. So you have to have the key, and apparently the key doesn't exist, or I don't know, something goofy. Because the only way into this castle is while you're doing the main quest. So I had finished the main quest, that part of the main quest, and so I couldn't do it. So they said there's 2 ways to sneak in or to get into this castle. One requires some goofy hack, bizarro thing. Another requires you to use this ability to do some kind of goofy jumping from some mountain somewhere, which is extremely hard to do. Or you can type in the console command... I forget what it is. Turn clipping off. So basically you walk through all the walls and walk through the castle walls and then turn it back on when you're inside the castle, and then you can sneak around and get the thing. So that's what I did. Now you can't do that on the Xbox, obviously. There's no console commands on the Xbox. So you would have had to have done this. There's one of these dragon shout things that you can learn that... makes you run really, really fast in a straight line. So there's some trick that you can do. You stand on some rock close to this castle and you run and jump and then push your dragon shout runny thing real fast. But apparently there's like YouTube videos of people doing it. So apparently it's pretty difficult. So that would be the only other way to get to this thing. And I said, screw it. I turned on the no clipping and I walked right through the wall and I was done. So... The other thing is apparently, so if you do the Dark Brotherhood quest line, at one point during the quest you get this horse called Shadowmere, which is an invincible horse. He doesn't typically die. And somewhere along the way, he died. I don't know how or when, because every time you fast travel to a location, he fast travels with you. Well... I fast traveled somewhere and he wasn't there. And so I fast traveled back to where I was before and I couldn't find him anywhere. So basically he was lost. And I'm assuming what had happened was was someplace and he died. I don't know how the hell it happened. I don't know. But I was never going to find this dude again. And so I did the console command load NPC number. And he popped up. So
can't you just do that with your guy?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Those are the 2 times that I was glad that I have the PC version and that I could use the console command. I may have to do that again. Well, that's the thing, is I don't know if if he's just not where he's supposed to be, like at this point in my quest line, if he's hanging out in a different location and I just don't know that, or if he just mysteriously disappeared. So I have to, what I was doing before the show was looking him up, and now I need to look up the part of the quest that I'm on to see if I'm supposed to go someplace specific to find him. And if not, if he's really is supposed to be where he normally is, then yeah, I'm probably going to have to load him from the console command.
I guess it's good they had the PC version.
Yeah. So basically I've got, like I said, I literally have pretty much nothing left to do after I finish this Thieves stuff.
Well, you can start a new character.
Yeah, I tried to start an all mage guy, so I had a battle mage kind of guy and my archer kind of guy. And I went back to, I made an all magey guy, and I didn't like him.
Got your ass handed to you, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Mages, so what I discovered is that mages are too difficult to use. Because basically you have to cast all kinds of spells. You can't just you can't just have 2 spells queued up and just use those all the time. Because when you get into a fight, you have to cast your armor spell so that you have armor. You have to have your shield spell ready, and you have to have an offensive spell ready. And then you have to have your heal spell available. There's just all kinds of stuff, and it takes too long to switch in between spells and then cast them. By the time you switch to your healing spell and start casting it, and then switch back to your... It's overly complicated, because animations where you have to move your hand around to switch different spells, and then you have to have the hand animation to cast the spell. You're dead by the time you can get all the crap off. So
cut off your hand.
Yeah, it's too complicated. You have to cast 3 different things before you get into battle, so you have to hope that you don't just run into somebody on accident. It's a pain in the ass to switch between spells. You can do the number thing or the Q button on the keyboard, which is your quick list, so that you can pick different things. But you still have to scroll through it, pick it, and then it switches to it, and then you have to do the cast animation. And it takes too long. It's annoying. So I didn't like pure mage. I like pure mages because they have all kinds of cool spells that they can cast. But that's the other problem, is you can't have all of your spells in your quick list, because that is kind of redundant. And then if you go to, you hit the tab key and then you go to magic, and then you scroll through all of your different spells, you have to scroll through, you have to find it, you have to click on it, you have to put it in your left hand or your right hand, then you have to back out, and then you have to cast your spell, and blah, blah, blah. And they need a better way to switch spells, and they need to either be instant cast or faster. They need to have like a perk or something that allows for faster casting of magic spells, because it takes too long. And by the time you're switching stuff out and casting it, you're dead or surrounded or whatever.
Interesting. Yeah. I got nothing, by the way. I've been busy, so.
You're not busy.
Yeah, whatever.
The only other thing that I saw was an article on CNN that says that people from Harmonix are trying to create a game called Rock Vibe that's basically a rock band, Guitar Hero type game that is playable by, or it's supposed to be playable by blind people, and looks like you get some sort of glove that you put on your hand that vibrates, and you basically push the buttons along with the rhythm of the music and whatnot. So it sounds like they're trying to raise money to help fund the project.
Huh.
I'm not blind, and I don't know anybody who's blind, but I kind of have to imagine that blind people aren't walking around upset that they can't participate in playing video games. So I'm not quite sure who their target market is for this product. I mean, I understand blind people, but you know what I mean? It seems like,
how many blind people own Xboxes?
Yeah. How many blind people are going, damn it, I want to play video games too. It's unfair that I can't play Rock Band. I don't know. That's just me, though.
I see where your logic is. I don't foresee a big market with this game unless they're trying to capitalize on the Power Glove market.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's people that are considered blind, quote unquote, but they can still see to some extent, but not like everything's blurred to them. So I don't know if that's the type of audience they're aiming for, but
Right, but how many people are there? You know that like
A lot, 6.4. Oh, people.
It's not how many people are there like that. How many people are there like that want to play video games? You know what I mean? I kind of, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, if you have that disability, you've kind of written off doing certain things like flying, being a jet pilot in the Navy. You know, it's not going to happen, and you've probably accepted that. And that's a bit extreme, but you know, also like, well, you know, playing video games, you know, it's like, it's not because there aren't people making video games for the blind. It's mainly because blind people, you know, even if there were a lot, so there's 10 million people, and of that 10 million, 100,000 want to play this game. So
There's still good numbers. They should sell it then.
I don't know. Seems like a pretty small market for it's one of those things where if people who aren't blind can't enjoy the game, why are we making it? I don't understand.
Don't you want a Power Glove?
No, never owned a Power Glove. Really had no desire.
I did. Nice little toy for 1 or 2 minutes, and then, you know, you put it to the side. Anything else you got, Phil? What else?
no, not really. Just looking at the list of games coming out the next week or so for the Christmas push.
Anything good?
No. Nothing really stands out. I mean, seeing like a lot of iPhone and iPad type of stuff, but nothing really stands out.
Oh, speaking of iPhone, iPad, Ivan, do you want me to tell you now or later that you've been saying Mankato all wrong?
Mankato.
Is it Spanish?
I believe.
No.
No what? No, it's not Spanish?
Those cards don't have Spanish written on them. They're Italian.
It's Italian.
Yeah, it's a spaghetti western card game.
Mankato's Italian. Go look it up.
Whatever. Same difference. Spanish and Italian are the same language, except instead of A's, they use O's all over the place. How do you say yes in Spanish?
C.
How do you say yes in Italian?
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ah, yeah, see? It's
C.
C. It's the same language.
So if I sit down an Italian who only speaks Italian in a room with a person who speaks Spanish, who only speaks Spanish, they'll communicate?
All right, look.
Exactly.
Maybe to some extent.
It's one of those things where the two languages are extremely similar, and if you go out and you find somebody who has studied Spanish and or Italian in college or something for a living, chances are pretty good that they can speak the other one. So if they are a Italian translator, there's a pretty good bet that they can speak Spanish too. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just f***ing with you. I know.
Go find somebody who speaks Spanish fluently and ask them how much they can speak Italian. They may not be able to speak Italian fluently because it's not exactly the same language, but it's pretty close.
But just so you know, they're Italian cards. Their writing is Italian.
It's still Mankato.
Okay, that's fine.
Mankato.
Oh my god, there's another EverQuest expansion?
Apparently Star Wars is a pain in the ass too. Apparently the queue times are like an hour.
I've been hearing many complaints from the people that we play League of Legends with.
I've heard from at least 3 different people, various and assorted people. They are extremely unpleased with the amount of time it takes to play the game.
Which game? League of Legends?
No.
The Star Wars MMO. Yeah, the problem is it's in beta.
Well, it's in beta, but it comes out like tomorrow officially.
Yeah, the 20th.
Yeah.
19th, whatever, yeah. And you're gonna try the Star Wars?
Not at all.
That's still okay, there you go.
I will not. I think Keith mentioned that he may try. Give it the old college try and
Just wait till it goes free.
Yeah. It's not yet, but I'm kind of over the MMO thing right now. After World of Warcraft, I mean...
You're burnt out.
I'm burnt out on the MMO deal. And any MMO that you start off now is going to have the whole grind thing. You know, you got to grind your way through levels. And the only reason World of Warcraft was still fun was because I had gotten most of the grindy stuff out of the way. There's still daily quests and crap to do, but you know, you didn't have to grind through levels because I was already max level kind of thing. I don't want to start that all over again with a brand new character at level 1. Because from what I've heard, Star Wars is a lot like World of Warcraft anyway. Just like the questing and all that kind of stuff. Apparently it's very similar. It's just in a Star Wars world. So doesn't really excite me.
Okay, well, nothing else. I think we can call it there.
Only that I bought my kid a 3DS for Christmas, so I'll be able to next week-ish.
Oh,
well, next Sunday is Christmas, so I'm assuming...
Yeah, we're not going to be around, so 2 weeks.
The week after that, I should be able to give my impressions on the 3DS.
Well, the week after that is New Year's. No, it's 2 days after New Year's, isn't it?
No, it's New Year's Day. Well, it's New Year's Day.
Yeah, I know it's New Year's. Whatever, we'll figure something out.
Whatever. Next time we record, I will be able to give my impressions.
Okay.
As well as a couple games, because I got him Mario and Mario Kart.
Oh, good. Good.
I'm curious, does that come with some sort of glasses or something to make it 3D? Or
Nope. 3D without glasses.
It's it's one particular image. So 3D, no glasses. It might induce your kid to vomit.
So that's the thing. It says probably shouldn't let your kid younger than 6 play this thing. Luckily, he's at that cutoff.
Oh, good.
But you can also turn the 3D completely off.
Yeah.
So if he does start to get nauseous, I can just turn it off.
Make sure you do it before he pukes all over it.
Before he pukes, yes, correct.
Okay, and that's episode 260. Any final words?
Yeah, and like a true dorky gaming dad, I sought out the Legend of Zelda Special Edition version of the 3DS instead of just buying him, the regular one.
Nice.
I thought that was kind of funny. It was the same price, but I'm like, well, between black and the Special Edition Zelda Black, I mean, come on. How do you not get the Special Edition Zelda version?
If it's the same price, no difference. Yeah.
Well, it was like $40 more, but you also got a copy of the Legend of Zelda with it. So it would be the same price as buying a 3DS and the Legend of Zelda together.
Okay. We expect a full report.
Your kid may not appreciate it now, but we can appreciate your geekdom.
Indeed. And in 10 years, maybe he can listen to this episode and appreciate it then.
We'll probably still be recording in 10 years, so you know.
Oh, God. Yeah, probably will.